Hello, fellow captains. This is the Doctor, and welcome to Star Trek Online. I will be playing today the new featured episode that is out. So what we have is the brand new update to Agents of Yesterday. This is called Artifacts. Just came out. It's a big update. Continues on the Agents of Yesterday expansion in a way. It has introduced a whole lot of new things, which I will make videos about. But that will come just a little bit later, because the first thing that I want to do is I want to play the new featured episode, Echoes of Light. Just came out. Very excited to see what this new storyline introduces and where we are going from here, because apparently this is the start of a brand new storyline series. So all I know about this mission is that it deals with the Lucari. We knew that from reading the Star Trek Online news webpage. That's all I know at this point. So I'm very excited to start this mission and get into it. Real quick, before we do it, you'll notice the new Lighting 2.0 system that's in the game. I will make a video about that. That is in effect. I have that enabled now so we can get all those new lighting effects. I have also put in my kit modules in properly because, as you know, when you launch this new update, your kit modules have changed and they may be a little screwed up, so I fixed that on my character. Otherwise, this is a science character. This is my main character, the Doctor. He's science character. I am flying a temporal multi-mission science ship, so that's what we'll be using in this mission today. Let's just do this. I'm ready to hop in. So it says here, Echoes of Light, October 25th, 12 p.m. to November 17th. Featured episode, delegates are meeting to determine the future of the Alliance, journey to the summit on New Romulus and ensure its success. Check back each week as new rewards. I'm not sure if that is relevant to this mission or not. That's different. So let's hail it and let's find out. Let's do Echoes of Light.
We've been in regular contact with the Lucari, and they've recently unveiled a new starship designed for space exploration.
Ooh.
They're eager to head out into the unknown, and they've asked us to give them a hand. Starfleet has decided to send you to assist them in their first voyage beyond their home system. This is an exciting time for the Lucari. Watch over them and help them to see the value of space exploration, and let them make discoveries and follow their sense of wonder. Just don't let them get in over their heads.
Okay, so they have developed their first spaceship designed for space exploration. This is like a brand new species who is on the forefront of adventuring out into space. I love this. That's maybe us in about 100 years, you know. I can't wait till we get to that kind of point. So this is, I guess, a warp capable, exploration ship. So what do we have here? We've got featured episode weekly reward, Nausicaan Energy Lance, Nausicaan Disruptor ignition coil, and then things to come, Nausicaan siphon capacitor and a Nausicaan energy torpedo. So the Nausicaans are the theme of this. Very interesting, because that's something that has never actually been covered in depth at all in Star Trek Online, are the Nausicaans. I actually never thought we'd ever see anything about the Nausicaans. I don't know, they're not that interesting to me, but that's just me. Let's accept this mission. Let's go and let's just transwarp straight there so we can get this thing started. Very excited to see what this is all about. Let me just double check something real quick, make sure my volume is up. Sometimes I turn that down. Okay, yeah. Begin Echoes of Light. Here we go. I'm excited. What are we going to get? Ooh, that's a Ferengi ship, isn't it? And what's that one? Oh, that must be the Lucari ship. We've arrived in the Lucari system, and I'm reading their starship in standard orbit. I'm picking up some comm traffic. It sounds like Captain Kumaraki is in the middle of a discussion with a Ferengi daemon. Uh-oh. Well, we know a lot about the Ferengi, don't we? They may not be, so we need to help them out here. Helm, take us to the Lucari ship.
My dear friend Kamarka, just think about how much I can help.
I try not to think about you at all, Margaret.
Huh. Oh, maybe they do know.
If not me, consider my wealth of useful contacts. For a small fee.
Any friend of yours is someone I'd rather not know.
I like her voice, whoever's voicing the character here.
What? You? I thought I'd seen the last of you. That is to say, we meet again.
Oh, it's Madrin. Is he the one from that those Romulan missions? The one where you go to the planet, the Romulan mining planet? Damon Madrin, fortunately for you, our business is with the Lucari today. If that's the same character, let me know. It sounds like it might be, but I could be remembering things incorrectly. Not sure. Madrin. Sounds like it.
Oh, come now. I'm sure we can reach an agreement that is to everyone's liking. I'm prepared to offer you an exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity.
Cut the channel. Hail the Lucari.
Thank you. That insistent Ferengi has been trying to make new trade deals with us since he first visited our system. Oh, everything he tries to sell is either broken or worthless.
No problem. Yeah, you should, we need to warn you about the Ferengi. No problem. You look well, Captain.
Thank you. It's good to see you again, and under much better circumstances. You'll be happy to know that our star remains stable. We've not seen any Tholian ships since the incident, thankfully.
Good, okay.
The decision to explore was somewhat controversial, however. Many Lucari were resistant to the notion. We settled this moon long ago, after we were forced to leave our dying homeworld of Kentar.
Oh.
It was a difficult journey for us. Once we found our new home, no one was very excited about space travel.
So that explains a little bit more. I didn't know that this was not their original home. This is a moon they settled after coming here from their homeworld Kentar. So apparently they already had spaceflight, the ability to travel interstellar. So that is not new to them, as I thought it was. It's just that they've been a bit xenophobic probably for this for the time being, and now are finally deciding to venture out and explore space properly. So I guess a little way more advanced than us, but still a civilization on the brink of starting to explore the worlds around them, which is really cool. I like this idea, this concept. Very cool. Very Star Trek.
Still, the exploration initiative passed. Considering my experience, my people have chosen me to command the LSS Concordium. It was an honor I proudly accepted.
Cool.
Our ship is ready to go, and you are.
Tell me a bit about your ship.
While we have some catching up to do, we've engaged the best engineering minds of our world to modify this vessel. I'm quite proud. We've done a lot in a very short period of time. We've added some of your defensive technology to this ship, as well as some warp drive upgrades. The Concordium is now capable of sustaining a top speed of just over Warp 4.
So a Warp 4 society. So that means prior to this, whenever they came from their homeworld, they had to at least have Warp 1 or 2 in order to get there in a, decent amount of time. But now they've got Warp 4, so they've basically, I'm going to guess, doubled their warp speed capability. Still under, of course, what Archer was able to achieve in Enterprise with their first Warp 5 starship. So Warp 4 is, compared to what we're capable of here in the Federation, very, very slow. So they are still going to be very limited to the planets that they can encounter. Alright. Very cool. And apparently we've given them some defensive technology, I guess. I don't know what that is. Maybe shields or something like that.
Our collaboration with your engineers has been quite inspirational. We've started work on a starship of our own design. One of many to follow the Concordium to the stars.
Nice. I like to see their original designs. I like to see what those look like.
Our ship is ready to go, and you are.
Okay, let's go.
For our maiden voyage, I've chosen a star that is close enough to be within reach, but still just outside the area of space that you've explored. And obviously one that we haven't visited yet. According to your star charts, it's a yellow-white star called 20 Draconis.
Okay, sure. Plot of
This
course.
isn't over. Believe me, the next deal we make will be on my terms.
Well, he's not a happy Ferengi, is he? Okay. I just want to get a little bit of a closer look at this ship before we take off. This is not an original ship, but it is interesting. It is kind of similar in design to a Deferi ship. Anyway, just making a little bit of parallels there. Cool. Okay, let's do this. Warp to 20 Draconis. A short hop and a skip for us. Not so much for them.
We've arrived on the outskirts of the system. There's a large field of rocky debris and asteroids. We're picking up various metals and crystalline formations. Should we approach one of the larger asteroids and take some more readings?
Yes, we'll head to one of the larger asteroids and scan it. How about they do that? Shouldn't they do it, since they're trying to figure all this out? I guess we're gonna do it.
Readings coming in now. Large quantities of silicate, hematite, hafnium, iridium. Crystalline structures appear to be the result of deposits created under a heavy impact. Perhaps this asteroid was part of a larger one that broke up in a collision. Heading deeper into the field may yield more clues.
Okay.
Sensors are picking up some movement on the far side of the asteroid.
I see them.
Not simple orbiting debris either.
I see them. And they are marked as allies.
Cosmozoans. They're beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any information about them?
Gekli. They're called Gekli. We're sending you data files on them now.
Intriguing. The Gekli communicate using radio waves and feed on dust particles and energy emissions. And, it seems an adjustment of our EM band is in order. I don't like the idea of the Concordium becoming a Gekli food source.
We're adjusting our own EM band now down to 0.002 cycles as well. That's right, because they feed off of those EM signatures on the ship. That was a TNG episode. So we are helping them. So but shouldn't the Lucari figure out these problems for themselves? Like, what if we didn't help them find these Gekli and they came here and then one of the Gekli attached themselves to their ship? I mean, they would have to figure things out. I feel like just giving them all the answers is a little too easy. Sometimes you have to get your hands dirty and get slapped to learn from your mistakes. I don't know. It's an interesting philosophical conundrum. Philosophical conundrum. Trying to use the big words today. Remodulate power systems. I'm gonna do it this way, huh? There we go.
We've adjusted our power systems. I'd like to gather more data on the Gekli before we move on. Any suggestions?
We could tag them with subspace data transmitters.
An excellent idea. We'll be able to track their movements and learn more about their migratory patterns and feeding habits. We'll need to get close in order to attach the tag safely.
Okay, that sounds like a bad idea. I guess I'm close enough. Let's tag it.
Data's coming in from the Gekli. I'd like to expand the number of tagged subjects to optimize data collection. Let's get close enough to slip in with a pod and join them in their swimming.
Well, that sounds dangerous too. Why do we need to do this? Fly close to a Gekli pod, sure, okay, whatever. Do you really need us for this? Guess that's what we're doing. I guess these creatures are quite close to their home, so maybe learning more about them will help them if they ever encounter them or whatever. I don't know. We're in position to move with the pod.
We're getting close-up readings from all of the creatures. They're treating us like one of their own. They're trying to talk to us with their radio waves.
Yep. I did fly close. I need to fly closer. It's hard to stay this close to him. Oh, it's stuck. It hit a rock.
spotted a larger group of them in an area not too far from here. This looks like a feeding ground for several Gekli pods. Let's go have a look.
Okay, let's go have a look. I feel like something bad's about to happen. I'm like on the edge of my seat that something's going to like attack us, a Gekli or something. Are you guys feeling that? I'm like on the edge of my seat and like something is gonna happen.
There are signs that several Gekli pods frequent this area. There's a lot of dust and particulate matter, but we can't see how the asteroids are getting broken down. I think there's something we're not seeing on the visible spectrum. Your ship has a stronger deflector than ours. Can you emit a particle wave? We could use that to illuminate things that might be happening in different spectra.
Okay, sure, let's do that thing, she said. Holy monkey butt! Well, that's happening. I don't know what.
There's some kind of subspace shearing here. It's causing cosmic strings to snap off and break up the asteroids. That must be why the Gekli feed here. There's plenty of particulate matter for them to consume in the debris fields. I think we've collected some solid data here. We're ready to move on when you are.
Alright, let's see what lies ahead. Okay, this is kind of cool, though. I mean, exploration. This is what we've been wanting. This is what I thought we were going to get with Future Proof. And I think most people did. Now we're getting it with this one, at least. This is cool. I like this. Exploring. This is Star Trek. This is cool. More exploration missions.
Sensors are reading a swarm of comets passing by this stellar body. They look to have an orbital period of about 173 of your standard years. I'd like to know if they came from outside of the system and were caught in its gravity, or if they originated here. Shall we take some scans?
Yep. Scans are always a good way to begin. Can't go wrong with a scan.
This comet is mostly ice and dust. There are indications that the cometary matter formed around a magnetic core. The other comets may be more interesting. Let's move to the other comets and study them closely.
Okay. Okay, yeah. This comet over here. This is neat. I mean, this is what you do. It's exploration. We are Starfleet. What is this? That is weird. Oh, man. Oh, it moves. Ooh, this is kind of cool, though. What a unique way to do a little minigame. I'm using my keyboard, by the way. I'm using the arrow keys on this. Well, that was very interesting.
Core sample shows signs of magnetic radioactive matter. This comet may have seen some interesting particle fields in its wandering.
The magnetic core must help to draw in material from that forms the corona. Oh, we're tractoring the comet, huh? Oh, another minigame. Well, this mission is just full of minigames. Data gathering complete.
Holding the comet let us get some detailed readings about its emissions. Based on the structure of its silicate crystals, it's been in a pattern. It picks up energy from its trip near the star, then loses that energy as it loops past the planets. It's like ice melting and refreezing, but it seems to lose a large quantity of energy all at once near here. I'm not sure why. The radioactivity should be steady.
Perhaps something is draining the energy. Let's keep looking.
These comets seem to have a long orbit that coincides with the orbit of a Class A planet nearby. I'd like to launch a probe and see if the cometary movements have had any impact on the planet.
Okay. So far, they really haven't needed our help for any of this, but we're here to help them, I guess. Their first time out. It's cool to have friends. Wouldn't it be cool if we had friends in the real world that could help us explore space?
Probe data received.
Alien friends?
The planet is radiating a considerable amount of heat for its size. Nothing our shields can't handle, but I don't see any expeditions to its surface happening anytime soon. Curious. I'm picking up several large, moving sources of energy. Sensors indicate they're a life form of some kind. A cosmozoan, but not the Gekli. I'd like to study them if we can.
Oh, a large... This sounds dangerous. A larger, not Gekli. Oh yeah, that's not going to be good. It's going to attack us. How many of you want to bet it's going to attack us?
Planet is geothermal in nature. Its surface is partially molten.
I'm going behind the planet. Okay.
No life forms detected planetside. Then again, it is rather warm down there.
Oh,
there
crap.
They are. Magnificent, aren't they?
It's gonna kill us. Hey, that's the thing. Isn't that the thing from Farpoint? Or not? Yeah, was it Farpoint? The very first TNG episode? Aren't those things? They look like those things. They have tendrils. I think those are those things. Those things are gonna attack us. I just feel it. We're about to... Something's gonna happen. That's why I'm moving so slowly here, actually. I just fear something's gonna happen. I'm on the edge of my seat. Yeah, that is those things from Farpoint Station. It's gotta be. Yeah, Farpoint. It even says Farpoint. Synedarian. I didn't know that they named them. They have a large
The creatures are
health.
luminescent ovoids? Not sure how to describe them. They remind me of an aquatic life form native to Lucari Prime. There are little ones huddling close to the planet's atmosphere. They must use the heat and the planet's electrical discharges to survive.
They're a type of Synedarian. We're sending you the files now.
Interesting. These life forms were encountered by the USS Enterprise D on Deneb 4, someplace called Farpoint Station.
Yep.
They haven't been seen anywhere else since. You shouldn't harm them or their young. Let's transmit a greeting, then be on our way.
We'll move in close and transmit a greeting. Well, that sounds dangerous. Why don't we just, like, not move in close, but still send them a greeting? Or just not even send them a greeting and just move on our way. How about that? Nope, we're gonna have to fly close to them. I just fear one of them's gonna reach up and slap our ship with its tendril or something.
The color display must be a form of communication.
Is it angry?
I didn't realize that life forms could exist in this fashion. Living off the heat of planets, feeding on the particles in space, absorbing radiation from the cosmos. There's so much to see. Let's head to the next planet in the system and see what's there.
I'm actually surprised it did not attack us. I'm actually liking this a lot more now, the fact that these things are not attacking us and we're just getting straight up exploration missions. I'm so fearing that something's going to attack us. But this is actually a relief, a breath of fresh air. We're not being attacked for once.
Are you seeing this? My sensors indicate this planet is completely devoid of any organic material. And yet, it has a breathable atmosphere and lies well within the system's habitable zone. Most curious.
Maybe something geological happened. Maybe something technological happened. Who knows? Agreed. I think a closer look is in order.
I'm picking up residual levels of radiation. Oh my. I believe I know what happened to this world. Some kind of proto-matter wave happened here.
Proto-matter? But that's dangerously unstable.
Not if you know how to resolve the chaotic turbulence with a tarfine reduction. This was a recent event. Some kind of proto-matter incident happened, and it wiped out all life on the planet. I think we should send an away team down to learn more.
Is that a good thing? I don't know if it's a good thing. Let's see, who am I going to take today? I need to see. I have not used my bridge officers in like forever, so I don't even know who I've got as bridge officers. I guess that's fine. Sure. We'll take my vampire and my liberated Borg. Or should I take a Jem'Hadar? Because I'm afraid we might run into combat. I'm going to take my Jem'Hadar just in case. Alright, let's go.
Oh, not sure I'll ever get used to transporters. Let's see. Initial scans suggest this area used to be inhabited, but I can't find a single trace of organic matter. None. I see some carvings on those canyon walls. Let's take a look.
That pillar near the canyon wall looks interesting as well. So did we give her transporter technology, or does she have her own now? I'm not sure. I like her costume, though. I do have to say, it almost looks a little like Conan. I would like that costume, actually. It's animated, too. It's got an animated spine and frontal region. I would really like to have that uniform. And her eyes glowing. Look at that. My eyes are glowing, too. It's this new lighting system. It's so much better than things used to be. Okay, well, explore the area, examine pillar. I do want to look around because I don't want to miss any secrets or any hidden things. I like to look for those kinds of things. There's some materials you can scan there. I'm not going to do that, though. I guess it's just a big area, open area. Okay, let's scan.
The walls of this canyon were worked by tools. I'm sure of it. Sentient life forms lived here. Until the proto-matter detonation. This pillar here. It seems to be a sign pointing to that canyon. Perhaps a pathway there leads to a settlement of some kind. I'm reading metallic objects there as well. Shall we take a look?
Yeah, let's do it. Obviously, some kind of civilization. Very interesting patterns.
Look, there's some kind of large structure further down the canyon. Look at the size of that plaza.
Very cool.
These people must have had quite a developed culture. Let's take some readings up there.
Sure.
This looks like a town square or ceremonial center of some kind. I see some murals on the far side of the square over there by that arch. I'd like to examine them. They might tell us more about this place.
Yeah, sounds good. I like it. This is cool architecture, too. Nice design. I like this. Like in this, it reminds me of a lot of things, and it's pretty cool.
These murals depict people bringing some objects to this place. Crystals or gems, I believe? They built their settlement around this site. I believe it was a place of great significance to them. The next mural may hold more clues for us. Let's have a look.
Okay. I'm pointing upwards.
This mural depicts the construction of this large structure. I suspect it was a temple or a place of contemplation for the people. The crystals were revered by the locals, perhaps even worshipped by them. We'd better have a look at the next mural, don't you think?
Sure. Why not?
The crystals depicted in this mural appear to be growing for some reason. I wonder if this is a symbolic or literal representation of events. Perhaps the structure needed to be modified to hold the volume of crystals they collected over the years.
The crystals may have grown through natural means as well.
Quite the enigma we found here. I suspect there's more to be found inside. Getting there will be a challenge, however. According to my scans, these pillars are connected to some kind of massive mechanical structure. Probably the peak of technology for these people. I believe it's some kind of opening mechanism for the structure's door.
Can we open it by deploying some kind of device or using our
We
tricorders?
could probably force it open, but that could damage the structure, and too much force could even collapse it entirely. I suggest we create a holographic forensic reconstruction.
A holographic recreation of local life?
Yes, it would be based on analysis of things like footprints, wear patterns, and local construction. We can learn what people did here, how they went about their lives, and how they made the device work. We'd be watching a replay of history, roughly speaking. Let's start by gathering information from relics and leftover traces of the people who once lived here.
Let's look for old tools, footprints, or anything that could tell us about them. Now, this is cool. Why haven't we ever seen anything like this before? This sounds like something you would definitely see in the future. Holographic representations of what has happened in the past based on everything in your environment you can find or scan. That is an awesome tool. I guess they have developed this technology. Why haven't we in the Federation?
These artifacts were used with opposable thumbs and indicate a likely handspan of 22 centimeters.
She's smart. Her species is definitely, even though they haven't been exploring space, they have definitely are a highly technological species. She is smart. They're like scientists.
Based on these footprints, these people had a stride that places them at about 1.6 meters
See?
on average.
That's awesome.
The wear patterns here show us that people leaned against here frequently. This was a meeting and gathering area. Strange. These relics should be covered with dust and sand, worn away by time and wind. But they're all uncovered. No organic matter left, and everything left behind in its place. Frozen in time, like...
Like these people died recently?
Yes. The evidence seems clear. The proto-matter detonation happened only weeks, perhaps even days ago. We're going to need to make an accurate simulation to continue our studies here. I suggest using modified pattern enhancers to do this.
Oh, okay, cool. Now that's neat. So this just happened recently. That's not good. That means the enemy could still be near.
Enhancers online. The signal is strong and clear. Two down, two to go. That's three. One more and we'll be ready. That's the last one. All enhancers online and standing by.
I can't wait. This is
All
gonna be
right.
cool.
The enhancers should give us a pretty good image range. Your tricorder can then act as the center of the network control for the enhancers. I can tie in my data to your tricorder whenever you're ready. Get a little closer to the center of the square so we can see what happens.
This is cool. All right, let's do this. This is so neat. They're worshiping and doing things.
Note that the alien is using the pillars in a specific order.
Yeah, left, right. I can't see exactly what he's doing. Oh, he's matching up. I get it. He's got to match up the
They're making the
symbols.
murals match up on each pillar.
I see that. That's a cool locking mechanism. I wonder what the pattern has to be, though, because there's a couple of different ones I see there.
Looks like some kind of functionary, priest or bureaucrat, I think, would unlock the door by turning the murals on the pillars. The top mural on each pillar seems to be locked in place for reference. We should follow the order they used on the pillar murals. If we can turn them correctly, I believe we'll unlock the door.
Okay, so the top mural is what it has to be, I guess. So we just need to match up the murals. Well, that's easy enough. Kind of a simple locking mechanism.
Do you hear that? That's the first pillar set in place.
Oh, there's feet. That doesn't match. There we go.
That's 2 pillars set into place.
I like this, though. This is cool.
3 pillars are locked in now.
And here's the last one. Make it match up with that. And there we go. That's it. And that opens. Starfleet symbol, what the?
That's it! It's working! Well done! Shall we see what secrets this building holds?
I believe
I
so.
think I see another mural inside the doorway. We should take a look at it.
That mural is a Starfleet symbol. What is a Starfleet symbol doing on this? Nothing here indicates Starfleet at all. That is Starfleet. Or Federation, if you want to put it that way. I guess it's not really Federation, it's more Starfleet. I'm seeing... Wait. A red shirt, a blue... These are Starfleet officers. Look at this. There's the king or something, and he's being introduced by the 3 career types. I wonder if this is maybe like a TOS reference, like maybe somebody in the 23rd century Starfleet met these people, and then they built a religion around Starfleet. Or I think I'm starting to see where the storyline's going. If that's true, that could mean that this is maybe a lesson to this lady about exploring worlds that don't have warp drive yet, because they'll see you as gods and like start worshiping you as magicians or gods or something. Is that where this is headed? Did I just solve this whole thing? Because if so, it's a bit easy, but still very cool. I don't know for sure, but those are definitely supposed to represent Starfleet officers. Most definitely. And this temple has got to be built around this fact.
Isn't that the symbol of your Starfleet?
Oh, it is.
How
Definitely
did it get
is.
here? How could it be in a temple of people who don't even have electricity, much less space travel? This is getting stranger
Because
by
they
the
were
minute.
visited by Starfleet.
We should search the temple for more murals.
They were visited by explorers in the past or something. Indeed, let's look for more murals. I want to see what's inside here now.
Those people in the picture, they don't look like the others.
They're from Starfleet, but Starfleet of the 23rd century. Yep, I got it right. It was TOS.
What happened here? If Starfleet officers contacted this civilization in the past, why wouldn't you have a record of it?
Hey, that's a very good
We should
point.
head deeper into the temple and continue our search.
You know, that's a really good point. If they had come in
I
contact...
think the panel on the wall here can be pushed to open something.
If they had been here before, why do we have no record of it? Oh my gosh, this mystery has just gotten deeper, and I am freaking loving it! I can't... let's do this. Push this inner panel, because I want to... I've got to see what's going on here. I love mysteries. And mystery... Oh, this is like my thing. This is awesome. I want more. Give me more.
Those inner doors across from the panel are opening.
Holy crystal. That's a big crystal. Explore the heart of the building is a big crystal-y place.
What is all of this?
This is a good question. Scan for clues. No kidding.
According to my tricorder, we've reached ground zero. This is where someone detonated the protomatter
Really?
bomb. From here, a self-propagating cascade of proto-energy radiated outward in all directions, washing over the entire planet.
Oh, so maybe this is not that storyline. Maybe this is a storyline where a less technological civilization discovers more advanced technology and blows themselves up trying to use more advanced technology. We've seen things like that in Star Trek for sure. Could this have been a failed terraforming project?
Doubtful. I believe what did this was built specifically as a weapon.
Oh.
There's no new ecosystem. All life was eliminated. I'm picking up a residual energy signature here. Take a look. 16-centimeter wavelength with a slight kaon leak. I've seen this before. It's a byproduct of Zenkethi technology.
Zenkethi? Here? Never even heard of them. Sir, we found a derelict space station in orbit around this planet. A derelict space station? It's unpowered and covered in decades of dust, which made it hard to pinpoint in the asteroid ring. Unfortunately, we aren't the only ones to find it. Several starships have arrived in the system, and they're laying claim to the station. Oh, wait a minute. Dots are connecting in my head. Is this K-13? Are we about to see... And K-13 was from 23rd century. Did it somehow travel back in time, and the 23rd century people came in contact with this civilization, maybe lived here for a while? And then that's why we don't have any contact or communication or know about it, but these people built some kind of temple around it? Oh my gosh. That could be even cooler than those two theories I said before, because those have been done already. This one is even a better theory. Ooh, I am so into this right now. I'm not ready to leave yet. I wanted to see if there was more here to explore, but I guess not. You actually cannot walk off this ledge. Yes, I tried to walk off the ledge. I guess there's nothing else here. Oh, I feel like there's got to be something inside this structure, but I guess not. Okay, beam directly to the station. Yeah, this has got to be K-13. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right. It is. It is K-13. There it is. That's it. This is the connection. This is how they're bringing K-13 in. This is the... I didn't think that we were going to get a mission completely about K-13 yet. I thought this was going to be something completely different. Wow. Okay, we're on one of the old K-series Federation deep space stations. But how did it get here? What happened to it? There's a placard over on the wall. Let's see if there's anything recognizable. This is cool. Oh my gosh. It says, Deep Space K-13, Admiral. That station was lost in time over 100 years ago. Lost in time and space. K-13 was in the Beta Quadrant before. Oh yeah, we're in a completely different part of space. Is it in... I guess we're in the Alpha Quadrant now. So, it moved in time and space.
You're trespassing. I'm claiming this station as salvage, along with everything in it. A little piece of history like this will be quite the vacation site. Experience life on the final frontier at Modron's K-13. But I digress. Unless you're here to discuss leasing opportunities, I suggest you beam off my station.
Okay, Madron, it's not your station yet. I think I'll take a look around.
Careful. This old beauty needs some serious repairs. It'd be a shame if something happened to you, or the active stasis pods my men found on board.
Then I'd see to it nothing like that happens, Damon.
Fair warning. My Nausicaan gods aren't very fond of intruders.
Uh-oh. So there's where the combat is going to come in. We're going to be fighting Nausicaans. Let's see. Retake the station, defeat Nausicaan, secure station.
Sell the pods to you. Consider their living contents a promotional bonus.
Alright, so we are going to have to fight. Is she, the Lucari girl isn't with me, is she? No, she's not. Not at all. Oh, here we go.
Enemy targets on center. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Okay. That was easy enough. Read supplemental logs.
Chief Engineer's Log, March 18th, 1570. Had a
What?
discussion this morning with security about our Klingon prisoners in the brig. We can't just leave them locked up, or execute them, or exile them on the planet below. Setting them free isn't a popular notion either. We're still looking for options, but I think the stasis pods we have in medical will come in handy real soon.
That's not a star date. That's a real date. That's 1570. So did the station go back in time to the year 1570? And I guess maybe around this planet? Or close to this planet? That would explain their influence on this planet. If, like I said, they came in contact with the people way in the past, you know, like they had no choice, they had to beam down to the planet or something. 1570, I mean, that's a long time ago. That explains a lot. Admiral, this technology is ancient, but surprisingly functional, at least at a rudimentary level. They built things to last in the 23rd century. The Nausicaans managed to get partial power online, but they did it in a hurry. It could go down at any moment. In the meantime, I've managed to drop those security fields. We can access other parts of the station now. Anything else in the computer? There are some log files in the computer as well. Most of them are garbled, but I believe I can restore the last entry.
Chief Engineer's Log, supplemental. By my account, we've been hurled back in time to the 16th century.
Dang.
To make matters worse, we're a very long way from the Deneva system. None of our shuttles are warp capable. And even if we could get to Earth, we'd be in the wrong time.
True.
In short, we're stuck. There's nothing to do now but wait and try to conjure up a way to get back to the right time.
Man, to be stuck in the 16th century, a whole different part of the galaxy, and not have warp capability. I mean, you're limited to only the local planets around you by shuttle, sublight engines. This computer's lost the ability to link into the main computer, but with the security fields down, we can get into the other labs. From there, we may be able to get into the main computer and lock the Nausicaans out. That will keep them from bringing the fields back online or using the station to stop us. Let's see if we can find the other lab.
Fines for trespassing are quite severe, and I plan on collecting them.
I'll show you severe, Madrin. So this field back here, is it down now? Yes, but I still can't go that way, apparently. Okay. This is so cool. I love mysteries like this. Oh, you're like right there. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything, like any doors that might open or something. Yeah, since we're in combat now, I'll just go ahead and change into my full temporal gear, helmet and everything. Ah, there we go. So awesome. Oh crap, there's a lot of them in here.
Enemy targets on center. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Guys, why aren't you helping me? Why are you out here? What could you possibly be doing out here? Why aren't you inside helping me fight off Nausicaans? Come on. I'm locking the Nausicans out of the main computer. That will keep them from taking over any more of the station's subsystems. Good work. There's another log. Play it.
Chief Engineer's Log, April 17th, 1570. Today we visited the planet we're calling Draconis 3 to collect supplies. The good news, there's a humanoid civilization down there. The bad news, a potential Prime Directive violation. Our landing party was seen beaming in by some of the locals. We're hoping that doesn't impact their culture in any way.
Well, it sure did.
One thing's for sure, they can't help us go home. Their tech level is Bronze Age at best.
Oh, man. Okay, an ancient culture. Admiral, the station's so old and badly damaged that most of the security systems don't work anymore. However, if we can take over the central hub, we can lock it down and keep the Nausicans from bringing anyone else over.
Trying my patience is going to cost you dearly.
So even if they could not, you know, get home with the help of the civilization, they could at least live on the planet, because it's habitable, or was habitable.
Chief Engineer's Log, August 6th, 1570. The Warp Booster Sled project is officially a bust. When we tried to spin up the coils, we couldn't get a stable warp field. Yashvi and Arlington managed to shut it down and stop a breach, but the shuttle's impulse drive is shot. I hate giving up, but we just don't have the parts we need to make it work.
So they tried to make a warp drive, but nope, wasn't going to work. Okay. I love all this backstory. This is great. Come on, guys. Don't get stuck in the door. Follow me. Come on. See, the AI pathing in this game is sometimes very terrible. Come on. You can do it. Walk through the door. This way. No, you walked right past it. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna leave you here if you don't start following me. Okay, fine. He stays. He's being dumb. Whoa. Oh, hello.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Did nobody follow me in here? Where are you guys? I guess I'm just gonna be on my own. My bridge officers are so stupid. Oh, there's one of them. Oh, there's a big dude in there. Okay, well first let's hit the communicator.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 9th, 1571.
Ooh, she's taking some
It's
damage.
decided. Most of us are going into cryosleep. Those who stay awake, well, there's the rub. Going to live on a remote part of the planet below is likely, despite the Prime Directive issues. Staying here isn't viable. When the supplies are gone and the remaining power is in the stasis pods, anyone left is a goner. This station will be their tomb.
But what happened to her face? I mean, like she's been in battle. So this is like a year later, so they are definitely went to go live on the planet, and some stayed in cryopods. Taking your supplements. Well, there's obviously something to do there with that, but I want to explore the rest here real quick. Make sure I don't miss anything. Is this where I've been before, or is this new? Just want to make sure I don't miss anything, you know, because you never know what other things or clues might be around. It says to use the console in the main office to take computer control. This is back where I was. Okay, I guess I didn't miss anything. Oh, I just came through that door. Interesting. Okay. Auxiliary power is coming up now, activating a low-level scattering field that will prevent the Nausicaans from beaming over reinforcements. Excellent. Anything else? I found one lost log entry. Afraid the rest of the computer's memory is heavily corrupted. Put it on screen.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 26th, 1571. Most of us went into stasis this morning. There weren't enough pods for everyone. 3 of us had to stay awake. We drew lots, and Tavon, Sheridan, and I were the lucky winners. Since we're out of options, we've decided to go native and live out our lives under Conus 3. Hopefully, one day our records will be found, and the people of Station K-13
will
be remembered.
You are remembered, Chief Engineer Nichols. You will be remembered. I remember you. You are being remembered. We see you. Your logs will be transmitted to Starfleet, and maybe we will find your remains on Draconis and give you a proper burial.
Rule of Acquisition 431. When the shooting starts, let the mercenaries handle it. Handle this, Captain! Psst.
The crime is trespassing. The sentence is death.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Put me in a hold.
Personal shield losing power.
Where'd he go? Did he leave? Oh, he's right there.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I was like, hey, he left.
Personal shield losing power.
Well, where'd he go now? He went inside the wall. Keeps running away. What a coward. What a coward. Take item? Want item, take item? Nope, not pause. Oh, nope, not that. Take item. Take item. There we go. I don't want to return to the ship just yet. I want to look around in that room, make sure I didn't miss anything. The captain kept running away from me. So there was nothing in here. And there's a transporter pad. There's that. This is all broken up in here. There's nothing up there. I guess we can't get up there. I like the fact that everything is in like disrepair, and our fleet holding is going to have to, you know, build up everything. Okay, this was a dead end. I thought I didn't go all the way this way. Alright, cool. That's that. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything, you know. Let's go back through here, make sure I didn't miss anything. There you are. Okay, this just leads around in a circle. Okay, I get it. Okay, cool. We have not missed anything. Okay, let's go back to the ship. Admiral, we need you back on the ship right away. Madron and his Nausicaan allies are moving to intercept us and the Concordium. Alright, let's beam up.
I see you took out the Nausicaans on my station. I'll just add their fees to your tab. I do hope you're good for it. Otherwise, I might have to take possession of that pretty ship of yours.
You'll never get it.
Come to think of it, I'll be taking your ship anyway. Whether you're alive or not when I do is up to you.
I don't think you'll like the results, so yeah.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Double hazard, not my engines! Those cost me more latinum than you're worth!
Target shield has failed. All integrity
Get out of
below
here!
75%.
Maximum worth!
Well, what do you have to say about that, Madron? I just owned your butt. I mean, like, literally, all I had to do was fire off my temporal science powers, and they were gone. I held them. This was so cool, too. I love this combination. You hold them with a gravity well, right?
That was quite an adventure.
Hold on a second.
I knew Madron was greedy and treacherous, but I never thought he was willing to kill to get what he wants. In spite of that, I feel like we've learned so much out here.
That was driving me crazy with that noise there. Alright, we'll get to the Lucari in a second. Yeah, but like I was saying, with those enemies there were a whole lot of enemies, but what I did, and which is great with a science character and having all these temporal powers that I have here, is first of all, I maximized my auxiliary power by hitting my red matter, and then I fired off the Gravity Well 3, which pulled them all together, obviously, and that was really cool, did a lot of damage. And then at the same time, I fire off my Causal Anchor, which is also a temporal ability and really cool. And then in addition, there were a couple of ships there I fired off the Temporal Fracture, which also held them and kept them being pulled in by the Gravity Well. And, I mean, just doing those three things alone did a whole lot of damage for me. And then I also did the Temporal Threading, fired that off. At the same time, launched my fighters, and then was firing on them. And, well, you just saw how fast they disappeared. I didn't get to do the one ability, Anti-Time Entanglement Singularity. That's the one ability I missed. Boy, if I had hit that off at the same time, too, they probably would have all, like, vaporized. So, a lot of temporal abilities, but really powerful on this, on this ship, with all the temporal abilities that I have. I have the full temporal reputation. You see, I've got all of the space gear and all of the weapon console gear on this ship. The entire temporal reputation, as well as the temporal science abilities from this ship itself, because it's a temporal multi-mission science ship. And so that was very cool. A very, very quick battle for me. They died very fast. Okay, let's hail the Lucari.
That was quite an adventure. I knew Madron was greedy and treacherous, but I never thought he was willing to kill to get what he wants. In spite of that, I feel like we've learned so much out here. And for the better.
It's often like this, Captain. Dangerous, but also filled with discovery.
Indeed. I'd say our first flight was a success. Now we need to share our discoveries with everyone back home. I hope today's events will convince my people of the continued need to explore and to be part of the galactic community. With luck, we'll do this again sometime, and soon. On behalf of the Lucari people, thank you.
You're welcome, Captain. Stay safe. I'd say that these events are better described as harrowing. The Zakethi have been quite quiet for years. Now they're using protomatter bombs and committing genocide on these people, no less, which seemed very innocent. There's also the problem of K-13. How did it even get here? That's a good point, too. I'll put in a call for Jupiter Force to send their repair teams. The fleet can take command... Oh, that's our fleet. The fleet can take command of this piece of history. All stations have reported in. We can depart on your orders. Not yet. Can we see the station from here? It would be cool to see the station. There's the Concordium. That's my fighters. But I guess we can't see the station, or if we can, I don't know where it is. I don't want to spend all the time looking out here in a debris field for it. It could take forever to find it. But it's cool, and I guess we will learn more about it in upcoming missions or episodes about what happened to K-13, how it got here. These Zakethi, I don't recall encountering them before. I don't really know anything about them. Never heard of them. So that's interesting. And for some reason, they want to destroy this planet, which seemed very innocent. And there's those crystals, again, that we don't know what the heck that was all about. So there are still mysteries left, which I'm excited to find out the conclusions for. Let's depart system. And we'll turn this mission in and see what the rewards are. So here we are at the Lucari system now. We can turn this in.
I'm happy to hear the Lucari handled their first experience with space exploration well. There's talk of their desire to join the Federation, and from what I'm seeing, they'd be fine members. The mystery of Station K-13 has been solved, although the past violation of the Prime Directive by some of its personnel is a concern.
Oh, come on, they had to do
Hopefully
it.
the crew preserved in stasis pods will be able to shed a little more light on that situation.
Oh, you know what
Finally,
they had to do that.
this news of a Zenkethi protomatter weapon is disturbing. I'll be looking into it from all angles, diplomatic and military in particular. We've fought a war with them before, and I'd prefer avoiding another now.
I'm gonna have to look up the Zenkethi. Honestly, I do not know anything about them and this war that he's referencing. I do not recall anything about the Zenkethi. I don't like his comments here about this whole thing where they had to, violate the Prime Directive. They had no choice. What did he expect them to do? Live on the station and just die there out of hunger? That would have been stupid. They had to go to the planet. It was their only choice. I'm sure they tried to preserve the Prime Directive. They didn't intentionally violate it. They tried to stay away from the people, and they said it was by accident that they saw their transporter. So, come on. They did their best. I mean, what do you expect of them? They're lost in the 16th century, for crying out loud, without warp drive. What do you want them to do? Just die? Alright, featured episode weekly reward. This box contains your choice of an enhanced universal tech upgrade or one specialization point. I will take that. I will get some dilithium, and we're going to get a Nausicaan Energy Lance, which does disruptor damage and stuff to self, plus 1 stack of Nausicaan disruptor static, 5% chance of minus 20 all damage resistance rating for 10 seconds, and a 4% critical chance. I'll try out the weapon. I always like trying out new weapons. We got a choice between a Nausicaan disruptor beam array or a disruptor damage console. Obviously, those are so easy to get. I will take the Nausicaan disruptor beam array, and it is part of a set called the Entoiled Technology, which includes a beam array, a torpedo launcher, and a Nausicaan siphon capacitor. Has a 2-piece bonus called Nausicaan Weaponry Augmentation, and a set 3 bonus called Nausicaan Power Initiative. So we'll take that. It's a disruptor beam, obviously, Nausicaan disruptor. And in the coming weeks, we're going to get the siphon capacitor console. It improves energy and shield drains and resistance, and increases power transfer rate and disruptor damage. So definitely disruptor build for all of this. Nausicaan Energy Torpedo Launcher, so an actual torpedo that does disruptor damage. They have another torpedo like that does anti-proton damage, so that's interesting. Now they're giving us energy-specific torpedoes. And that's part of the Entoiled Technology set there as well. Okay. Good, we'll take that. And here's the weapon. I'll go ahead and go to ground, and we can equip it and take a look at it and fire it off. So we'll do a little bit of practice here with it before I end the video. Here is the disruptor. Let's see, info on this. They fire a series of average damage beams. Let's see, beam weapons are equally effective against Starship. I was trying to see what makes it uniquely Nausicaan. On hold, 580 disruptor damage per second for 5 seconds with Nausicaan Weaponry Augmentation set bonus. So does it have a hold on it? Is that what it does? Does disruptor damage, negative 10 weapon power when firing other weapons, to target, negative 2 all systems power, and to self, 2 to all. Oh, so that's pretty cool. So it lowers the target's subsystem power by minus 2, and it ups yours by 2 when you're firing the Nausicaan disruptors. So these Nausicaan disruptors might be an alternative. This Nausicaan weaponry might be an alternative if you are using a disruptor build and you want something a little more unique that's not just plain old disruptor. You could go with this Nausicaan build, which I guess is going to be a lot of drain expertise. Could be useful on that. I guess a science character with a lot of drain, you just have to go with the disruptor build. Let's put this weapon on. I'm going to go to ground with this, and we're going to try out this weapon. Something new that I'm going to do here in these videos now, once I play these missions, since they come with like weapon you know, rewards or things like that is at the end of these videos. I will go ahead and equip these items and then just try them out so you can see what they look like and see what they do. If you're curious about that, you'll be able to do that. And for that, very easy for us to go into combat on ground. I'm going to go to the Delta Quadrant, and from there I'm going to go to Kabali, and I'm just going to find some Vodwar, and I'm just going to mess them up. That will allow me to test out this ground weapon. So let's go to Kabali, and we will see what this Nausicaan weapon can do. Nausicaan Energy Lance. Come on, make your turn. There we go. Did I just bypass Kabali? Yes, I did. Yeah. Can't make that turn in Slipstream. There we go. Let's beam down to Kabali. I'll take my Jem'Hadar. Accept. Alright, let's pop out the weapon. Ooh, that's what it looks like, guys. That's the weapon. Let's fire it off. Let's see, it's got a bolt setting, Nausicaan Energy Shot, 101.2 DPS, so very low DPS there. Disruptor damage, of course, it's not upgraded. It's only Mark 12. Very rare, but still kind of a low DPS. And then the second option is Nausicaan Energy Net. Huh. Well, let's just fire it off and see what happens, huh? I'm very interested. We'll find us some Vodwar and have a good time. There's a group of Vodwar. Let's fire the primary shot first. Oh. It does. It's okay, I guess. But it's a very long recharge time on it. I guess it's charged up now for me to use this ability. Yeah, okay, that holds them. That's pretty cool. I like that ability. Got a long cooldown time. Oops. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. Sorry about that. It has a long cooldown time on the secondary ability. Where am I? Let's do this again. See if I fire off the secondary ability first.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Yeah, okay, it can hold them.
Personal shield losing power.
It has such a long recharge time. I really don't like the recharge time on it. Now the Vodwar here don't have shields, so it is doing a pretty good amount of damage. Here's one with a shield. Let's try it out.
Enemy combatant in close proximity. Personal shield losing power.
I like the hold ability on it. I like the hold ability, but this recharge time, even on the primary, it takes so long before you can fire off another bolt. 99 DPS. Went down just a little bit. 99 DPS. That's not a lot. For example, the temporal weapons, they're at 166 DPS on those. And if I put on my staff is at 215 DPS. So you can see that's a lot higher. Yeah, not sure that I really like that weapon so much. Not my favorite thing, that's for sure. Well, I'm just going to keep it in my inventory, but I probably will not end up ever using that weapon again. To me, kind of a non-issue, non-weapon. Not of interest to me. It fires too slowly. I like rapid firing weapons, really rapid firing things. Things that I can push the button on really fast and fire. Like, you know, this one where I can just constantly fire things. I like that a lot better. It's much quicker. Well, okay, we took a look at it, and now we know what it does. And as for the disruptor, obviously it's part of a set. So I'll have to get the whole set before I can figure out what it does. See if it shows the bonuses. The set 2-piece bonus is Disruptor Net gains 8.5 disruptor damage per second for 5 seconds. And the final one is a Nausicaan Power Initiative, a plus 23.2% disruptor damage, and plus 50 hull penetration. That's a very high hull penetration, though. Well, there you go. That's a little demonstration of the reward from that mission for you guys. You can determine if you like that or not for yourself. Well, Echoes of Light. What will I say about this mission? I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I give it an A+. I love it, number one, for the fact that half of it is Discovery. And it's back to good old Starfleet Discovery type missions. Number two, there's a mystery. It's got a mystery, and that builds and builds until number 3, you discover K-13, and it's like, wow, the mystery even deepens more. And now we have this huge storyline in front of us about what happened to K-13, how did it end up where it's at, why did all these things happen, what happened to the people in the stasis pods, the Zenkethi. Who are they? Why are they here? Why are they killing these people on this innocent world for no reason? Why does this world have crystals? They came in contact with Starfleet officers. Somehow it's all connected, and I can't wait to see what the threads are that pull all that together. I guess the Nausicaans fit into this only because the Ferengi Madrin was using the Nausicaans as mercenaries. So I don't know if we'll see the Nausicaans anymore in any future episodes, unless we come in contact again with Madrin, or I guess with Madrin, because he's using the Nausicaans. So in that capacity we may, but I don't think the Nausicaans are really going to play an overall big part in this mission. They're just on the side to give us conflict. They're there so we have something to shoot at, because the Ferengi don't really fight. We don't fire or shoot on the Ferengi. So the Nausicaans are there to give us something to shoot at in ground and space. And then the Lucari, I wonder if we will meet up with them in future missions. You know, I wonder if we'll see them again. I would like to. I would like to see the progression of that. I think that's very interesting. Very, very cool stuff there, with their exploration of space and the worlds around them. Very cool. And they're doing it with sufficient technology that they can, you know, get around and stuff, which is pretty cool. Like if we were to go out into space and start exploring right now with our current real-world level of technology, like let's say all of a sudden we got Warp 4 and we started exploring, like really exploring space. I mean, come on, with our level of technology, we wouldn't be able to do very well. You know, but I mean, first of all, we can't beam down to planets. If we want to visit a planet, we have to build a shuttlecraft, some kind of shuttle system and landing system, and it's hard enough for us to land robots on freaking Mars right now. It'd be way hard to keep sending people up and down to planets from a primary, you know, spaceship orbiting a planet or something. We don't even have deflector shields, so asteroids could kill us, radiation could kill us. We don't have inertial dampers, so I mean, I guess forget warp drive unless you have inertial dampers, or you'll be smeared into a nice paste of jelly on the back wall of the ship. You know, even with fast sublight, you would still need an inertial dampening system, or else you would kill yourself trying to accelerate. And then, you know, all the other things. We don't have artificial gravity. Our current level of technology, we would not do well exploring the galaxy right now. Anyway, but with the Lucari, it's a little different. They are definitely more advanced and able to do that. And that's really cool seeing it from that perspective. I really like the mysteries here. I really like the storyline and where this is going. I cannot wait for more. Good start here with Echoes of Light. And I look forward to more. Just more. Give it to me. Give it all to me. I want it now. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.